Hello, college biology. This is part 6, maybe 7, I don't know. There's just so many parts of cellular respiration. But the point of this video is to do a summary of our cellular respiration. We've gone from the big picture to the mitochondria to all of the 4 phases of respiration. Here it is, the last hurrah for respiration. So we'll do some review. We have respiration in 4 phases. First of all, we have glycolysis, which occurs in the cytoplasm. So this doesn't even occur in the mitochondria. This is just out there in the goopy parts of the cell. We've got glucose. It gets broken down into 2 pyruvates, and during that process, we make some electron carrier, NADH, and we actually get some ATP out of the process, glycolysis. Second to our transition step. We've got to get this pyruvate into the mitochondria, so we use active transport to get it in there, and we have to further break it down to acetyl-CoA. We get another energy carrier or 2 out of that. Then we go to our citric acid cycle, aka the Krebs cycle. We loop around with citrate, and during that process we make NADH, NADH, NADH. We're also making some CO2, and the big point is to make more electron carriers. And so we just keep looping around with more acetyl-CoA until we get more electron carriers, which finally brings us to that electron transport chain, where we use those electron carriers to fuel the pumping of hydrogen transport pumps to get the hydrogen into the inner membrane space so that we can create a concentration gradient. So through facilitated diffusion, those hydrogens come back into the mitochondria through ATP synthase, which gives us ATP. That's our review. Let's do the numbers. All right. Glycolysis occurs in the cytoplasm. We need a glucose to start, and we need 2 ATP to start, but we get out of it 2 pyruvate, 2 NADH electron carriers, and a net of 2 ATP because we generate 4. Great. Now, what's next? Well, we made those pyruvate. In the transition, we have to use those pyruvate and get them into the mitochondria. When we do that, we also turn them into acetyl-CoA, and we get 2 carbon dioxide and 2 NADH. So we get more electron carriers and some of these other things. Well, the Krebs cycle needs the acetyl-CoA to start it, and as we go around that loop, we make more carbon dioxide, a little bit of ATP, and many more electron carriers. We've got 6 NADH and 2 FADH. That's great. So now that we've got all those electron carriers, we can go to the electron transport chain where we use the electron carriers to pump the hydrogen out, and when the hydrogen comes back in through ATP synthase, we get more ATP, bringing us to a total of 32 ATP and 6 carbon dioxide and 6 water for the molecule of glucose that we put in. This is the accounting of the energy and molecules in ATP. This 32 ATP came from that 1 glucose. I hope this helps. Struggle well.
Struggle well.